As I've mentioned in my last Power Rangers video, every boy that I knew, myself included, wanted to be the Green Power Ranger. Part of wanting to be the 6th Ranger, specifically in this time, in this very first series of Power Rangers, was mainly to feel special. The Green Ranger was out of nowhere, especially as we were getting used to all the other 5 Rangers and what they could do. Suddenly there was this new Ranger who was very different, was very powerful, and we all wanted to be him. Now Power Rangers was in a really unique spot. Obviously back in Japan it was even bigger and even over at this point. But they made pretty much anything you could want. Getting stuff here was a lot harder. We did get the original Morphin and Blade Blaster, but when you wanted to be the Green Ranger, there was very little. They did, however, come out with the Dragon Flute. Now when you're a kid, again, these things, when you get them, they're usually shrunken down so that you could use them as a kid. You didn't really see the scale as an issue, but as you become an adult, you see things and you're like, this thing was small. You didn't really notice it, but collectors still liked it, people still wanted them, and it was still pretty much the best one to get at the time. There have been numerous fan builds and resin ones that have come out, and they've been pretty good. Now, when it was announced that this Dagger would actually happen, we were all excited. It showed up on the preview sites and conventions. We couldn't get over how the size looked, and it was amazing. When I actually got the one I have in my hands, I couldn't get over the size. Compared to the toy version, there's a huge difference. This one is much more true to the scale of an adult or even as the prop. That was just mind-blowing. Here it is, as you can even see in my hands, it's actually quite large. It is not a small toy by any means. As a kid, this would have been overpowered by myself for sure. There's a couple neat bells and whistles to go with this flute. Specifically, all these gold glossy areas you can see here are plated with gold, 24 karat gold. And that's kind of cool. I didn't care one way or the other that was a feature for it. They did come out with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, like full 24 karat gold that actually came in a holster as well, which I was a little bummed out about, and a really, really sweet box. Now the on switch is actually cleverly hidden, rather than being a switch or a toggle, just right here, just to flip up to the on, and you can hear the clash sound effect. Then there is actually 6 distinct sound effects used in 3 buttons. Starting off right here, obviously you got this one, the top one, nice little clash sound. The second one, which is a blade on blade fighting sound, and then the swing and a miss sound. Now the real fun of this particular prop to actually feel like a Power Ranger weapon is actually when you hold this part down. It's got a little switch in here so you can push it against here, so you don't actually have to blow into it or whatever. Or if you're wearing an actual helmet cosplaying as the Green Ranger, you can actually just hit this against the top of your helmet and actually turn it on. And then there's 3 complete sound effects. The first one is the one that everyone wanted this to do. Nice, loud Dragon Zord calling sound effect, and it goes like this. You don't actually have to hold this down the entire time to do it, which is pretty good too. Nice and loud. The speakers come out of the secondary logo at the back here. The second sound effect is an alternate effect that you have heard in the series as well, which is done by the first switch. And then lastly, the Power Rangers theme song. They actually put that song in here too in the middle switch. Now you may think, hey, they put this on the Morphin, why would they do it again? However, this is a different sound effect, mostly in the fact that it's got the lyrics in it. It's actually pretty cool when you're actually playing these all together. The Morphers themselves just do the sound, just like the morphing, and of course, this does the actual music lyrics. If you want to stop it prematurely, you just have to push that in to stop itself. So there you go, the Legacy Dragon Dagger. Definitely worth a pickup. If you're a Power Rangers fan, if you're a Green Rangers fan, this is really one of the best display pieces you'll get, aside from getting your own custom-made one from a prop maker. But I suggest getting this completely. Bandai did an amazing job on it. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments below. I love talking about these things, so if you have any, do not hesitate to ask me. Be sure to subscribe if you want to keep abreast of my other videos. As I mentioned, I'll have Saba and other roleplay accessories. I will also have my Zords coming up and the figures eventually as I go through all my collection. I can't wait to share those with you as well. But for now, be sure to click here if you want to check out the Morphin video, and click here to check out one of my other videos. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, but as always, thanks for watching.